Parshas Behaaloscha, Tavshin Hey. We're here once again at Bika Cholim headquarters in Lakewood. What a beautiful week this was for Bika Cholim. People of Lakewood really came out. Actually, I noticed there was people not just from Lakewood, people all over the world understood the importance of what Bika Cholim of Lakewood actually does for the average person, for the not-so-average person, in the entire area, Jersey Shore area, in Manhattan. There's so much being done, and people actually came out in force this week for that beautiful 24-hour campaign. And it's because of people such as yourselves that understood what needs to be done for Bika Cholim that Baruch Hashem, Bika Cholim had a very, very successful week. And we look forward to the other people in Lakewood who did not get a chance to donate this week to the campaign, that Bika Cholim is always available to you. So please make yourself available to Bika Cholim and come through and help support this wonderful, wonderful organization. Beginning of the Parsha this week, Parshas Behaaloscha, the Pasuk says, Daber al Aaron, speak to Aaron, the Amar Toy love, and say to Aaron HaKohen, Behaaloscha Hanerois, El Mul Pnei HaMenoiro Yoiru Shivas Hanerois. Aaron HaKohen was given the tzivoi about lighting the menorah. So Rashi asks a question here. Rashi asks, why does the parsha of the menorah at the beginning of Parshas Behaaloscha, why is this parsha directly following the parsha of the Nesivos, which we spoke about in last week's Shiur, which is at the end of Parshas Nosai? Why does this parsha of the menorah at the beginning of Parshas Behaaloscha and our parsha directly follow the parsha of the Nesivos at the end of last week's parsha? So Rashi gives an answer. Rashi says that Aaron HaKohen was, so to speak, Aaron HaKohen was a little bit down. And Aaron HaKohen was a little down about the fact that the Nesivos had this tremendous chus to bring the karbonos of the Nesivos. And Aaron HaKohen saw that he himself was not included in these Nesivos. He wasn't one of the people that brought this carbon of the Nesivos. And Aaron HaKohen was a little down. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Aaron HaKohen, you know what? He told him the following words. Shalacha Godol Mishalahem. You know what, Aaron HaKohen? Don't feel so bad. Don't worry. What you have is even greater than what the Nesivos had. You have something that nobody else has. What the Nesivos had was fantastic, but Shalacha Godol Mishalahem. Aaron HaKohen, what you have, nobody has that. Your lot is even greater than the Nesivos. Why? She'ata madliku meitivas hanerois. You, Aaron HaKohen, the avodah of the menorah, to take care of the menorah, to light the candles of the menorah, you have that, so you have more than the Nesivos. You have more than anyone else. And the Zok the Medrash that the karbonos that the Nesivos brought, karbonos in general will be around. When do we bring karbonos? As long as there is a Beis HaMikdash. But the Neiros, HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Aaron HaKohen, the Neiros will be forever. So of course, I know everybody here is thinking of the obvious kasha that all the Mefarshim ask over here. The obvious kasha is, when there's no Beis HaMikdash, there's no menorah either. So why is Aaron HaKohen being told that the Nesivos have a karbonos? And the karbonos, as long as the Beis HaMikdash to be karbonos. Once the Beis HaMikdash is nefrat, there's no karbonos. But the neiros will always be. What's going on over here? We know that there's no neiros. Well, when the Beis HaMikdash was destroyed, we don't have the neiros either. What advantage does Aaron HaKohen have over anyone else, over the Nesivos? So one of the answers to this question is given, the Nesivos Shalom says, one of the answers is the answer to Medrash Tanchuma. And the Medrash Tanchuma tells us that when the Beis HaMikdash was destroyed, the menorah was different than the other kelim. The menorah, says the Medrash Tanchuma, the menorah was nignaz. The menorah was hidden away. We don't know where it is, but it's there. It was nignaz. It was hidden away somewhere, and it could be that Kadosh Baruch Hu made it that nobody should actually know the exact location of the menorah. At least I don't know, right? We don't know where the menorah is. Maybe there is someone around, but it seems that nobody knows where the menorah is, but it's hidden. It wasn't destroyed. So, of course, the question on that, too, okay, that's a teretz, why the menorah is a little better. But how is that a reason for HaKadosh Baruch Hu to tell you that the menorah and the light of the menorah will be around forever? Okay, so maybe the menorah wasn't destroyed. It was put away somewhere. It was not destroyed like the other kelim. But what is this thing that HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Aaron HaKohen, the light of the menorah will be around forever? And also, why was it that Dafka, the menorah, was the thing that was nignaz? Why were all the other kelim destroyed by the Chorban Beis HaMikdash, and the menorah was put away? The menorah was nignaz. So Nesivos Shalom explains, with a bit of a lesson, we need to understand right now this thing that HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Aaron HaKohen, that the light of the menorah is going to be around forever. What exactly does light mean? And now you have to think a little bit, get on your thinking caps. We're going to speak a little bit deep now. What does light mean? The Gemara Masechta Chagiga, Daf Yud Beis, Amud Aleph, tells us that on the first day of creation by Brias HaOlam, we know HaKadosh Baruch Hu created a very, very great light. Vayomer Elokim Yehi Or. The first commandment, the first thing that was created, HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, let there be light. Vayhi Or. And there was light. And the Pasuk tells us, Vayar Elokim es ha'or ki toiv. HaKadosh Baruch Hu created a great, great light. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu saw this light, Kaviyachol, and he said, this light, this is an amazing thing, this light. This light is a very, very special light. But the Gemara says, the Gemara over there says in Chagiga, that right after HaKadosh Baruch Hu created this light, HaKadosh Baruch Hu saw that there would be Rishoyim in the world at some time. And the Rishoyim would not be worthy of this great, beautiful light. So what did HaKadosh Baruch Hu do with this light? Up to Gemara, HaKadosh Baruch Hu was nignaz this light. HaKadosh Baruch Hu took this light and put it away for the tzaddikim. It was such a great spiritual light that HaKadosh Baruch Hu could not have it that the Rishoyim would come to this world and they would do Averos and they would still bask in this light. That couldn't be. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu put away the light. And of course we're not saying, says in Nesivos Shalom, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not like a human being. A human being, we say something today, we do something, we change our mind, and we change the circumstance. Circumstances change, we change what we're going to do. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wasn't like that. HaKadosh Baruch Hu didn't create the light on the first day and then change his mind. Zok Nesivos Shalom, it must be that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created this light with the intent that there should be a great light like this, but it should be put away and only taken out for tzaddikim. It should be put away for those that are following the ways of Hashem and those that are roi to see such a holy light. And the Nesivos Shalom says it doesn't mean that one person is totally roi and another person is not. One person is a total tzaddik, total rasha. No. As we, as regular people, as we go in the derech of Hashem, as we do the right thing, as we do mitzvahs, Kadosh Baruch Hu lets us in a little bit. Kadosh Baruch Hu gives us a little bit access to this light. For those who work on their midos, for those who work on mitzvahs, for those who work their way up to this madrega, that we should be able to get a glimpse, and there are certain times that Hashem set up the world that we should get a little glimpse of this great light. And that is what nignaz means here, says in Nesivos Shalom. That the light was put away. It wasn't hidden forever. It was just put away. Nignaz, this light by Brias HaOlam, was nignaz. Put away the same way we say nignaz by the menorah means that the menorah was not totally destroyed like the other kelim. It was put away for something which we'll say in a minute. So too was that light. It says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu was nignaz, this great light, and put it away for all of us and for tzaddikim and for people that try to follow in the derech Hashem. It's put aside for those who work on themselves and earn earned the privilege of getting a glimpse of this special light. So the Medrash Tanchuma tells us that this light that was put aside for those who not just work in Avodas Hashem. It was especially put aside for those who work and toil in the Torah. For those who work a little bit hard and have Nesivos Nefesh to Torah and work on Torah, that's what that light was put aside for. So now let's get back to the menorah. The menorah in the Beis HaMikdash was an extension of this light too. The Nesivos Shalom says that this light, the light of the menorah, was not stam of fire that was there. The light of the menorah was an extension of this light from Brias Ha'olam, this great light that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created, the light that was created on the first day of creation. That light was a light that can never be taken away from Klal Yisrael. It can never be taken away totally. We cannot live without that light. We have to earn it. We have to work to get that light. It's the light of Hashem that we earn when we learn, but we can't live without it. So the menorah was nignaz and not destroyed. The menorah, which was an extension of that great light that was nignaz at the beginning of the Bria, we have to question why dafka the menorah was nignaz. You know why the menorah was nignaz? Because we can't live without the light of the menorah. Yes, it had to be hidden and had to be put away, but that light is never put away forever. We all have to know that we have access to that light when we do Avodas Hashem, when we have Nesivos Nefesh Torah, when we learn, we have access to that light. That light is never destroyed. Therefore, says the Nesivos Shalom, the menorah was put away, it was nignaz, and it wasn't destroyed like the other kalim in the Beis HaMikdash. And now we can answer our original question. This that HaKadosh Baruch Hu told to Aaron HaKohen, HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Aaron HaKohen after the Nesiim that your lot is even greater than the Nesiim. And we ask the question, what's going on here? There is no menorah. The same way the Karbanos are gone, the menorah we don't have. Until we're going to have a Beis HaMikdash, we don't have the menorah either. Now we can understand. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling Aaron HaKohen this concept of light that is represented by the menorah. This light that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us a glimpse of when we do Avodas Hashem, when we learn Torah, that's a light that's going to be forever. The light of the Torah, the light of the menorah, that light that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us when we earn it a little bit, that is forever. And Aaron HaKohen had to know that the Karbanos would not be there after the Beis HaMikdash. But the light of the great light of the Bris Olam, of the first day of creation, that was also given to the menorah, that's also taken out for those who learn Torah, that light is forever. And that is what HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Aaron HaKohen, that light is there. And it's a lesson we all have to know, that light of Bris Olam, the Gemara, like the Gemara Chagiga said, was nignaz, was hidden. The menorah, like we said, was nignaz, it was hidden, it was not destroyed. It is there for every single one of us who want to attain it. We have to work, and we have to know that we have to work. But it is there for us, and we should all be zeicha somehow and somewhere to get a glimpse of this great light.